Hello Internet, welcome to my live reaction for Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, Chapter 21. When we last left off, Natsu had been saved from certain death by a mysterious fire dragon who pretty much kind of burned down Elmina and showed Mercfovia's selfishness in only putting out the fire around Mercfovia, and told Natsu that if he wants to save the townspeople to eat his fire himself, and then revealed himself to be Ignia's biological son. So, yeah, that happened. So before we get to the chapter itself, just a reminder, I have my Spring 2019 anime review straw poll in the description down below, so go fill that out. Let me know what you want to see come April. Let's jump right on into Chapter 21, Burn It All. The official sequel to the super popular fantasy series, The Adventures of Fairy Tale, continue. He'll never forget those days. Memories of the time he spent with that kind dragon. Our cover picture is baby Natsu putting out a little bit of flame as Ignia, watches over him. It's really cute. Anyway. Where were we? So yeah, we open right where we left off, in Elmina, as Natsu, stares down Ignia. He appears in the midst of Natsu's crisis. Ignia's son, Ignia. What are his true intentions? Ignia kind of smiles at Natsu as Natsu kind of stares at him in shock. Ignia's son? You gotta be kidding me! I'm Ignia's! I know he thought of you as his own child. But I'm the one that carries his blood in his veins, the true son of Ignia, the Fire Dragon King. And Natsu just glares at Ignia, and then snaps at him. Ignia was a pure dragon. He never transformed into a human. All dragons can transform to some extent. You've seen the Water God Dragon do it, haven't you? So what did Ignia's human form look like then? Anyway, dragons do not form families. In their breeding season they conceive children, which the mothers then raise. Children almost never see their fathers again. So why did he, if male dragons aren't exactly, biologically primed, I guess, to be, child-rearing, why did Ignia take after Natsu, then? Maybe Natsu was really just that damn cute. I don't know. Anyway, that's why I couldn't care less if Ignia went into the future with some human and croaked. Almost 400 years ago, to escape Acnologia, we fled here, to Giltena. And the 5 of us that survived lived on in this land as the holy Pentadrakes. Our powers eventually grew to surpass that of the dragon we once feared so much. So I'm glad they are directly addressing the complaint I brought up in a couple of videos before that I've seen about how Acnologia just did not realize there were dragons. The 5 Pentadrakes are here because of Acnologia. I think this is actually a really nice plot point. Anyway. And Natsu just keeps staring him down. And Ignia, clenches his fist and, stares down at it. I should have been the one to kill Acnologia. Not to avenge Ignia, but to test my own strength. He's seeming like Itachi's fake reasonings in Naruto. But Acnologia bit the dust at the hands of a human. And when I heard the one that did it was Ignia's son, well, I had to come see for myself. And what do I find? He's weaker than I could have possibly imagined. He probably beat Acnologia with the help of a bunch of other dragon slayers. He's actually right about that one. Our friends are our true strength. How stupid. Fight me. One-on-one. Well, eventually. Right now it wouldn't even be any fun. Get stronger, so our battle can really get heated. Natsu just stares at him. And if you're not feeling particularly motivated, I can give you a little kick. And Natsu, notices that by killing off those precious friends of yours, one by one. Oh, is Ignia gonna be one of those kinds of villains? Natsu, stares him down and, jumps at him. And, throws a punch that Ignia just, grabs. Oh, your emotions amplify your power, it seems. Use that against Mercfovia. Otherwise, I won't even have to lift a finger. The Water God Dragon will kill your friends for me. And Ignia, jumps back and Natsu watches. We'll meet again, Natsu. And he turns back into his dragon form and, flies away. That bastard! Natsu! And the rest of the team all runs at him. Are you okay? Who the heck was that guy? It looked like you were talking with him. Natsu, is he one of your friends? No. And Lucy, like, looks at him, quizzically. And Happy butts in. Explain later. That guy said Natsu needs to eat these flames. Oh, right. Eat those flames to power up. But I don't want to eat that dummy's flames. This isn't the time for all that. Natsu, right now you have no choice but to use those flames. Grrr. And he flashes back to Ignia. I'm Ignia's true son. And Gray, like, grabs him by the scarf. Hurry it up, dumbass. Do you even understand what's going on here? Damn it! And he swallows all the flames surrounding him and just runs through the town, eating all the flames he can find. He looks like some sort of bug. A bug? And Natsu, like, wipes his mouth. I hate admitting it, but these flames smell like Ignia. And he starts to, like, smoke. And he's powering up. I feel my power rising! And we see he's getting, like, dragon scales up all over his shoulders and arms. His hands are now, like, black. His face also has scales on it. I'm getting fired up! And he, like, blasts off after Mercfovia. Natsu! And Natsu, like, glares at Mercfovia and, like, gets over him. Gah! And he, like, slams down his fist to Mercfovia. And this huge explosion. Mercfovia is, like, blasted away by it. Everyone looks on in shock. Mercfovia falls onto the city. And Natsu, like, charges at him again. Caramel watches. Natsu gets closer and closer to Mercfovia. And Mercfovia just, like, swats Natsu with his tail. And Natsu goes falling. But Natsu catches himself with some more flames. And blasts up again. Blasting off the ground this time. And, like, latches on to Mercfovia's tail. And Mercfovia kind of, like, lifts him up. As Natsu screams. Roar! And Natsu, I think, is moving Mercfovia, like, picking him up by the tail and, like, whacking Mercfovia into the city, I think is what's going on. Are you serious? He threw that huge dragon? That's amazing, Natsu. I can't even tell which of you is the bigger monster. So this is the power of those flames. The sea, the earth, even the sky. Those flames could burn it all. That was the first time. This is Lucy talking. That was the first time. Natsu's flames scared me. To be continued. Natsu's eaten Ignia's flames and powered up. His power is overwhelming. So yeah, I can already see some complaints about, Natsu, overpowering Ignia here. I'm fine with it. I would have liked Mercfovia to be beaten by the teamwork of Team Natsu, by their own power. But the Ignia power provides enough enough intrigue going forward. Like, this is a far cry from a Nakama power up. So if you're gonna complain about that, just fuck off. You're completely incorrect here. It's almost like an anti-Nakama power-up, if we're being honest. But yeah, Ignia, I'm a big fan of the backstory, as I said during the video, that Ignia gives about why the Pentadrakes are in Guild Tenna in the first place. That it all relates back to Acnologia and, like, fleeing him. I think that definitely, like, gets around the question of, how did Acnologia, or how did the Pentadrakes relate to Acnologia? And I'm assuming that's why I didn't really know that. I guess, like, if it was early enough in Acnologia's rampage, he wouldn't really miss 5 dragons. And as I've said before many a time, Acnologia is not exactly good at sensing dragons in their human form. But yeah. Ignia, I don't quite know how I feel about him as a character. I like the things he's done in this arc. Giving Natsu the power-up and all of its, all of the potential, drama that the kind of, like, dark flames he's given Natsu could lead to, and the backstory he provides. But as a character, I'm not quite sure how I feel about him yet. He's not, like, actively bad. But he's like far from an all-time great villain yet. But he might become one. He's not really. I'm admittedly being very, very peremptory, I guess. That's the word I'm looking for. In my analysis of him, because he just has not really had the chance to do much. It's really early, and what I imagine. I don't think I'm gonna go into a bit of conjecture here. I don't think he'll be the next dragon. I think he I don't think he'll be like the final dragon, but he might be like number 4. Just like the way he's being built up, I could see him being a bit more of a recurring character than just like the next villain or the next dragon at the very least. I also like him as a counterpoint to Mercfovia. Mercfovia, as we've seen, is very like loves people and doesn't want to hurt them, is what makes this fight so like tragic that he has to die. And Ignia is like just kind of a dick. But beyond that, yeah, I like this chapter. I'm gonna say it. I like the chapter. It was really good. And Mercfovia's. I don't think Mercfovia is quite done yet, but I do think Natsu is going to win this fight. I don't think there's going to be another power-up. I think by the end of next chapter, Mercfovia will probably be dead or dying. He might, like, come back to his senses as he dies, and that might be, like, how 22 ends, with him, like, on death's door. But I think the fight will end in next chapter. My theory is the fight will end next chapter. But yeah, this was a really good chapter. 100 Years Quest is killing it again. 100 Years Quest is just really fucking good. I cannot recommend it enough. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or fill out my straw poll down below, please, again. Or, you know, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you in the future. Bye!